In Japan, some of the magazines will come with like bonus items. Got the one with some skincare in it, and I've already used this so many times. I wish I got more. It's really cute. 3 years. It has been 3 years since I've gotten down and put out my tripod and filmed a YouTube video. But today is the day I make the comeback. And what better way to start it off with a China and Japan haul. So I went to China and Japan after getting a job offer, and I was like, let me celebrate. My family has been waiting since COVID to go back to China and Japan, and we were there for a little bit over a month. So I traveled to 6 cities in China and 1 city in Japan, and I will be showing you guys today what I got. So the first city I went to was the city of Guangzhou. Over there, I actually did not get a lot of chances to go out and see like a lot of the architecture, like the old architecture, just because we were on a time limit over there and we're getting a lot of like paperwork done, like WeChat, like payment stuff, phone stuff. So on, I think it was either the last day or the second to last day, we were able to go to a mall, and it was where like it's the pedestrian street. It was along there. So we went into the mall. We had really nice food. The food there is immaculate. Out of all the cities, I think Guangzhou is one of the top cities to get food. It's really, really good. Basically, all the merch that I got from Guangzhou was from this bookshop. Actually, it's called 1200 Bookshop. And I did not get any books because I cannot read fluently in Chinese yet. So I did not get any books, but I did get a book nook. It's called the Sakura Tram. I think it was equivalent to like about $20 USD, which is honestly such a steal because if you go on Etsy and stuff, like the book nooks are really expensive. And the next thing I got was this little postcard, and I'm actually gonna put this up in like apartment walls or something because it's such nice like wall art. And it was 20 yen, which is about like 3 USD. I didn't actually get to go to this place, but it's really cute. I love the art style, and I do wish I went. The last thing I got from this shop was a little fan. Oh my god, a little fan that acts as a bookmark, and like it's hand painted. So cute, the little duck. I love it. After leaving the bookstore, we went on the actual pedestrian street, and that's where you can see like a whole series of just like stalls. And then there's some stalls that are like food, some stalls that are like flowers, and there's some where it's just like little miscellaneous stuff. And I saw a crochet stall, and I bought these 2 little keychains. The little Pikachu on top of the ghost, a little My Melody on top of the ghost. So definitely check out the pedestrian street, like the little stalls. It's such a fun like nighttime activity. There's so many people there. There's like a Buddhist temple over there as well, and it was really cool to see like really modern architecture next to like a temple. Next stop is Dayz. So we originally went here mainly to visit family. On the way, we were able to go to a lot of different locations. If you're interested in history, there's a lot of historical artifacts that are well preserved from there, because this is where originally like the Chu people were. And that's, I don't know if y'all know too much about Chinese history, but like 2,000 plus years ago, it's like one of the biggest, strongest kingdoms before like China was united. And so there's a lot of cool stuff at the museum, and one of the coolest things was actually a wet mummy. This guy was also like a lord or like one of the higher up people, and they found his like body. It was like immersed in like red liquid and stuff, and I don't know know how it got preserved. I think it's just like there was no oxygen inside this tomb or something. The muscles, you could see some skin. Like if you go purely for like the artifacts and like kind of the history of China, like Jinzhou has some of the oldest stuff, and it's actually like buried beneath the city. Like there's still a lot of stuff undiscovered, and you will get in trouble if you try digging like under a certain amount of feet. My dad, like while we were going through the museum, he was like, yeah, when I was little, like my brothers and I, we would just like go to these people's grave sites, and then like they'd find apparently like 2,000-year-old artifacts, and they throw it, and they like ruined it. But again, he was like a child, he was probably like 9 or something. The second place that I think is really worth a visit is the Wanshou Garden, and inside of there you can actually go up this temple, and then as you go further and further up the stairs, like it gets more narrow, and honestly it kind of gave one of those cave exploration horror movies when I was recording myself. Low-key, these steps are very steep, very narrow hallway. I don't know if you can see. And then also the roof, my brother's hitting it. He's about like 6 foot. He's hitting the top of his head. So if you're claustrophobic, I do not recommend actually spending that money to go up there. And so one of the vending machines, they have like these little souvenir gold coins, but this is actually not of the temple. So we also went to the Chengqiang, which is like basically like a city wall, if that makes sense, and like you can only go through these gates. And so we also visited there. So on my way to the next, I guess not really city, it was like a starting point for our cruise, Jinzhou to Chongqing. On the way there, we stopped by this place called Luckin Coffee, but they had a special promotions with party animals. I actually didn't know they were having a collab. I just wanted to go try Luckin Coffee, but luckily for me, they did have a promotion. Entire coffee set or sticker set. Next thing that we did was go on the cruise. Essentially, we're going through like a very picturesque, like if you've ever seen like traditional like Chinese paintings, like there's a lot of like mountains and water. Essentially, that's what you're gonna go through. Like you're going through a painting on this cruise. It was one of the best experiences of my life, especially since we like bought this extra thing where we could go to like the front of the boat, and it was like a more private area, and you can get like cakes and coffee and tea anytime. At night, if we were like passing by a city, there's like a lot of lights going on, and it was like, it looked like it was sparkling out there. But the first place that we actually got to is the Three Gorges. Got this little zanzi. I don't remember how to say it in English, but essentially it's like the thing that you put into your hair. Like you put your hair in a bun and then you like insert it. And like the stand person, she was so nice, she was so sweet, and she was like, do you want me to tie it up for you? And I was like, yeah, of course. So like she tied it up for me, and then she put in like the thing. So sweet. People were so nice over there, and the place was amazing. There was like live actors, there's monkeys, but 10 out of 10 experience. I think that is one of my favorite places that I went to. It's like live actors like every step of the way, so it felt like you were transported back into like ancient China. And the next thing that I got was from one of the caves, and so they gave us like free little keychains if you like took the photo. It's like so tiny. We did end up buying like an extra photograph, and this was just one of the free items, and I got to keep it. So the next stop that we took was to Chongqing. And this is like where the viral cyber city footage is coming from. the first thing that we did over there, it was the Guicheng, so it's like the ghost city. Honestly, I didn't like it as much. Like, it was cool seeing, like, I guess a recreation of like hell. I was just tired. It was hot out there, so not a great experience for me. And I feel like out of all the locations that we went to, this probably was not most exciting. But we did go to a stall around that area, and we got 2 Chongqing fans, and then this one, it's more of a pure white. When we actually arrived on land, and really we only had a day, probably a day and a half. The first place that we did was go to Liziba, the sightseeing platform. And so this is also one of the more viral things online. It's where there's like a train going through like a whole building, and the building is not an apartment building. I don't know why. I think it was on TikTok. People just kept assuming it was an apartment building and saying how it would be really noisy. Which also, by the way, when we went inside, the train was actually not noisy at all. It's like pretty silent. On the way up, it was just a bunch of stores where you can just buy merchandise. And we ended up going to the first floor. And so I got this one, which is, forgetting what this, like, the actual location is called, but this is like cyberpunk location, supposed to look like this. And then I also went to another kind of viral thing online and on TikTok, and it's Baixiangju, and you go up onto one of the apartments, and then there's a lot of stores. At certain places you can go and it feels like you're on the first floor. Like, there's a parking lot, right? And then there's like a little restaurant here, but then you look over and you're actually on top of like 10th floor or something. Especially the place I went to, it's like half apartment, half retail stores. So I got this another little postcard, and they also had like these little stamps where there's like just like idols faces that you can put on there, but the only person I knew was like Lei from EXO, so I put him. Right before we left Chongqing, we also went to an ancient town there, and it was also a pedestrian city, but the architecture was obviously very traditional compared to a lot of other pedestrian streets that I went to. Like, so it was really cool. There's like lanterns everywhere, and then people selling like traditional street food, but there was also a mini-so. I got this pair of sunglasses. It's very much so Gentle Monster dupe. And then I also got a Judy doll. I think it's like the glowy water lipstick or something, and I got it in color number 4. And I've already used this so many times. I wish I got more. It's really pretty. Like, I already have lipstick on, so I don't know if you can see that. 5th stop was Xi'an. So Xi'an is where you will see the terracotta soldiers, and it also has a lot of like interesting like historical architecture and a lot of amazing shows. I cannot emphasize that enough. Look for these shows, okay? The shows are immaculate. Just check them out. Production is insane. Some of them are outside. There's like this rotating one. Chef's kiss. Definitely check those out. And basically, I was stupid. I did not get a lot of merchandise, but luckily at least like I had a little bit of souvenirs from there. So there's one place where it's like the bathhouses, and after the bathhouse there's like a merchandise that you can buy in the souvenir shop. It's like a pretty big building, and there's this one shop with blind boxes, and I decided to get a blind box, and I got this guy, Tang Sung. While we were waiting on the outside for the terracotta soldiers, our tour guide actually gave us this little gift. It's really cute. I think this is also handmade. Yeah, it's a shadow puppet. And like, it's not really free because you did have to, you know, do the entire tour, but either way, it's free for me. 6th stop is Beijing. one of Beijing's like shopping centers. The shopping center, and there's a lot of standard like US shops, but there's also like this cute little capybara pop-up stand that on the first floor. I didn't end up getting anything over there, but everything in there was super cute. We essentially went to Vermonda, and I got this really expensive skirt, which I don't know if it's worth it because one of the straps are like got knocked off. It's like a maxi skirt. We also went to Uniqlo, and so I got this kaiju shirt. This is the back. This blouse, again, to work, because this is really not my style. So I also got this other skirt from Uniqlo. She's flowy. I also got this. This was from like online store like Taobao, but it's another pair of flowy like work pants. If you've never been to a Pop Mart, go to a Pop Mart. I wanted something more traditional. I forget which one I got. I think it was like the nature box, and I either wanted the red one or the one with the hat, and I got the one with the hat. Great Wall was amazing. Last time I went to the Great Wall, it wasn't as enjoyable. It was so hot, and also we went from a different entrance, but this time we went to the Beijing's like best, most beautiful place where you can enter the Great Wall, but do be aware of the heat. But at night they put on like lights, and then they have like a show. But I think if you go in the daytime, you'll be able to see most of like the trees, like the natural look. When you go down, or I guess when you also enter into the Great Wall before you actually go climb it, there are a lot of stalls and small shops around there, and that's where we went to one, and we got a lot of souvenirs. So I got this little ancient book. So like in China, books used to be written vertically. If you ever watch like Chinese dramas and stuff, you'll see it like this. So a very cool souvenir. And I also got a metal bookmark. I also went to a place called Sanli Tang. It's one of the biggest shopping areas in Beijing. Gentle Monster is there, and then you get to see like all of the cool artworks that they have displayed in there, as well as the sunglasses. So that's a pretty cool area. And also, if you want to try the Peking duck, go to the Peking duck place in this area, because it's like one of the best. Like the duck is crispy with the skin. You're supposed to not wrap it first and dip it into the sugar. It's good. Filled with oil.
You don't like it?
So crispy and sweet. Perfect texture. So crispy, so good. And there's also a lot of shopping opportunities. It's mostly like high-end stuff, but there are some like more affordable options. Like there's Uniqlo, I think there's like Adidas. Uniqlo, I did buy a few more things, and they were all like more work related clothing, because I really don't have any like blouses to wear to work. And I got this white one. Pants, and they're wide legged, baby blue. And then I also got these pants, and they're also wide legged, but they're more like elastic compared to the other two work pants. And then if you go to Tianmen Street, it's also pedestrian street. I love how many pedestrian streets there are in China. Like, I freaking hate America. Like, we're so car based. It's actually crazy. This place is also similar to the one in a city in Chongqing, because it also had very traditional architecture. It's like one of the old cities, the traditional Chinese Panghulu. You should definitely get it from here. And we were also able to go to this traditional clothing shop, and my mom and I both bought ma mian qu, and apparently it's very viral in China amongst like younger people. It's like streetwear. So if you've seen like the Chinese like streetwear videos, a lot of girls are wearing this. You guys could see all of this, but the embroidery at the bottom is really cute. Also, if you go to that street, it's like right across from the place that I bought my ma mian qu, but there's like this hot pot place, and apparently the Thailand like prime minister actually went there, I think like 2 weeks before we went there. And it's like the inside is amazing, like the architecture is really, really nice. And so I definitely suggest checking that out. And one of the final places that I bought stuff in Beijing was called Huaxi Live Wukesong, and it's like an outdoor mall layout, and then you can go underground or like stay above. There's like a central place where there's like arcade games, like a lot of stuff for like kids to play, and there's like something special for Father's Day, some type of orange soda like pop-up stand, so you got like free orange soda. And then the architecture on the inside was made to look like the Gugong, and that's where I visited the other Miniso. And this Miniso was really, really big, and then like the first floor was completely filled with blind boxes. I think it's like really popular in China right now. I was able to buy makeup, so I really like the Judy Doll Watery Glow lipstick, so I wanted to buy more of Judy Doll. And I ended up getting this concealer. I've already used it a lot. And I also got the Judy Doll contour and like highlighting kit. Got this brand called AKF, a lip mud in M07. Watch, because I don't want to waste all of it. And the last place that I visited on my China portion was Shanghai. So Shanghai, I went to a discount mall that my aunt recommended. Are like little ballet flat shoes. It has a little bit of a heel, and these are mostly meant for work. They're also like flats, and they have a little bit of a heel, and these ones are really comfortable. Like the padding that they put in there is really nice. And the third pair of shoes, I actually have to go run out and grab it because I've been wearing it every single day. It's really cute, and it gives me a big height boost. I love them. I think this is one of my most useful purchases on the trip. And then we also went to a stationery store, and this is one of the most tragic stories because I bought this cute little ring over there. It was so pretty, but I lost it in Japan, so I can't even show you guys. But if you want to go to these like small stationery stores, they do have a lot of cute accessories that are way cheaper than the ones that you would buy in the US. But anyways, moving on to what I actually still have, this little whiteout. And then I can't find the eraser, but it's really stinky gross. Okay, actually I did find the eraser. So here's the eraser, and apparently it's supposed to be like one of these good luck brands where a lot of people are doing like the Gao call in China right now, or like people are taking exams, and it's apparently just good for luck on your exams. I'm not taking any exams anymore, but my new full-time job, you know, I might need a little bit of luck with that, so I bought these just in case, and they're really pretty. So, and then this was so cute. I bought it last minute because I saw it like out of my peripheral. It is 8 yen, which is like $1 and something cents. It has like a little easel. So got 3 pens. Also, they have a little clip on them, so if you want to put it like on your notebook or something, you can just clip it in. Oh, and one of the best like free things you can get on your trips if you're staying at hotels is the teas. Like, I've never been like a huge tea girl, like other than like milk teas and stuff, but like these teas were freaking amazing. Like, I actually need to track down the manufacturer. Like, my mom and I did try tracking them down, but I'm pretty sure they only ship in China, so I'm at a loss. Oh wait, these two things like piece together. That's so cute. I got the osmanthus black tea and the rose green tea. Both are really good, but I think I like the black tea better. Like, it's a little bit stronger in taste. Now we're on our way to Tokyo, Japan. one of the first things that we did was go to Asakusa. There's like a lot of stalls on the way to the temple, and so they sell like merchandise, they sell a lot of like street food, and we kind of went by it until we got to the temple. And at the temple I was able to do fortunes, and so you put in 100 yen and then you're able to like shake a stick shaker. You make your wish while you're shaking it, and then you take out the stick that fell out, go to the box that correlates to the number on the stick, and then you pull out either a good fortune or a bad fortune. So I got a good fortune, so I got to take it back home. And then if you got like a bad one, you tie it to, it was like a huge line of rods, and you kind of just put it there so you leave all your bad luck behind. Either way, it's, you know, a good outcome. So if you have 100 yen to spare, which you probably do, definitely go check that place out. On our way back, that's when we started shopping around and going to all of the stalls. We got a lot of really good food. There's like a daifuku, like the strawberry thing that we got, and then we got a few other snacks. Just prepare to spend some money over there. And we also stopped by this one stall, and I think this is a fan. And then my mom and I both got this brand. It's like a florally scent. I think they also sell like lip balms, like face creams, but I thought this was pretty unique. It's like a perfume but in like solid form. And then I also got this for like 2 yen, and it's like a little fortune thing, and it has a little turtle and a crane in there. On our way out, you'll see, I'll put a clip in here, but you can see like there's an entire like street full of more like merchandise, more food. Right past that, and there's this convenience store, and mainly we went in there because we wanted to get like some Japanese like skincare or like hair care, and just a lot of like beauty or like self-care products. It's like one of those tax-free stores. If you spend like a certain amount, I think they also had like some type of discount. And essentially like the first 2 floors were convenience store stuff, and then the 3rd floor was a 100 yen shop, and then you always check out at the bottom. So up there we went freaking crazy. I bought this much stuff. So basically at the convenience store, I didn't actually buy too much. I bought this like derma face care thing. I'm actually not too sure what's in here. I need to check. I just didn't want to like open it until this video. Here, you can kind of see. I thought it was really cool because it was in a little box. And then I also got the Tier Mask Fit red cushion. I have not opened this one up either. Fun fact, these tax-free shops, you can't open them until you're in the US. So that was also one of the reasons why it's not opened up. Cute. It's like a little glossy egg. Let's see. It should be like at least pretty good coverage. See, it's like a little bit light for me. But mainly I just wanted like a little cushion. I haven't had a little cushion for a while. It's also SPF 40, which is pretty nice. But still wear sunscreen regardless. I also forgot about this tone up UV thing. It's like a purple tinted sunscreen, so it glides on really smoothly. It's only SPF 50 though. If you're looking for like a higher percentage one, it might not be the best one, but I really like the way it feels on my skin, and I kind of use it as like a color corrector before I put on like the rest of my makeup. 100 yen store, that's where I freaking went crazy, and I got this hair rescue thing. It's like, has like a mascara shaped wand, and it kind of like put down your stray hairs. Claw clip, because I just recently broke one of mine, and also I've never had one like this big. 3 like normal sized chopsticks. These are so cute. This one has little cats on it, and this one is a Hello Kitty one. I also needed like some longer chopsticks for like cooking and stuff, and so this is the same design. Let's see what else. I literally don't even know what I got. Fan, phone charm. These are not as exciting, but we went to the Tokyo Skytree. There's like a Pokemon collab with Tokyo Skytree, and so like it was really cool. There's like a lot of Pokemon themed like wallpaper. I don't know, got him. And there's also like a pop-up on one of the levels where you could buy like the merch, and also they had like a little cafe, but I did not end up going in there because there's like a long line and we had to like hit everything within like 2 days in Japan, so we're on a roll. Next day, right before we left for like America, we went to Tokyo Tower. We didn't actually go up because we were like, okay, we already went to Tokyo Skytree. Like the skyline's gonna be pretty similar. And so we went to Tokyo Tower. We had like the ramen. I don't think it was the most authentic ramen, but it was good. And then we got some souvenirs and I got the wooden bookmark. The Japanese airport, it was really cool. Like one of the floors, I think it was on the 4th floor, there is like a fake, like traditional looking city. There's a bookstore up there. In Japan, basically all the magazines, or at least some of the magazines, will come with like bonus items, and it usually will say like on the front, be bag one. There's like skincare. There's like one where it was like an electronic fan. There's some that were like a picnic basket, and I got the one with some skincare in it because I was not able to actually buy any skincare. I should have bought it at the previous convenience store that we went to. So there's the cleansing gel right in here. Also, this is really cute. Let me put it back in so you guys can see. Dr. 365, a cleansing gel, an essence, a serum, and then an emulsion. Okay, I don't want to swatch this. It's not extremely pigmented though. The last little box. Oh, it's actually pretty big. Yeah, I'm like reading the katakana and I'm just getting Ipsa, Aqua. I'm not too sure. This might also be like makeup remover. And here is some lotion. All of this was probably like around $6, and I also get this little magazine. It's like thick. Oh, it has all these like makeup stuff. I guess this is another guide to like what I buy next time I go to Japan. All right, thank you guys for joining me today to see what I got from China and Japan. I hope you guys can use some of this information to see what you can buy in China and Japan on your journeys, and I hope to see you guys soon. I love you.